Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of my Feed the Beast Let's Play. Finally, it's been a while. So I've done a lot of things. So I guess much of this episode's going to be a sort of, well, a tour of what I've actually done. As you can see, there are lots of bushes here. Those are berry bushes. They're added by Natura. And they produce berries which you can eat, and they are very tasty. They don't refill much hunger, but they do give lots of saturation. And those three here are from the nether, and they all have special effects. This one, for example, is a stingberry and it gives strength. This is a, I can't remember, I think it's a duskberry, and, well, those are berries that have special effects. This is my grinder. I have now 4 spawners, 2 of which are blaze spawners, I think. 1 zombie spawn and 1 skeleton spawn. I've got a little cubby here so that I can AFK, even though I'm not using it. It's there anyway. Here's my nether portal. I haven't done anything up there. I still have my furnaces here, even though I haven't been using them forever. And my smelter is still here, still as basic. I've added a new story here with just a blast furnace. I plan to have more stuff here, but knowing myself, I probably won't put anything there. Okay. Now to the biggest changes. Let's first get up on the roof. Last episode I made this tree farm. I've now expanded it to the maximum size, which is 5 by 5 by 4, that's 100 blocks, and it produces stupid amounts of wood and apples and saplings. Now let's get down here. This is a basement that I dug out. All the stuff from the tree farm comes in here through this pipe. The apples are routed down into this squeezer where they produce fruit juice. The logs are routed to the blue root, which is here, and I'll explain what this does in a moment. Okay, let's start with the apples. They produce fruit juice in this squeezer, which squeezes things. It takes items and basically makes liquid. This is transferred through this liquid duct into this fermenter, which gets saplings and fertilizer. Currently I'm just dropping in the fertilizer manual because it's used up very, very slowly. And this guy takes fruit juice, water or something else, I can't remember, and makes biomass, which is a type of fuel. I had that stored in a tank here and feeding 4 engines, but I tore it down because it wasn't really doing much. And these 2 things are overflow chests. You can see that they are full, therefore I have added a void pipe for the ultimate overflow. This setup here is coupled steam boiler and steam oven. So what happens here is this right here, this blue pipe is an insertion pipe. If an item comes into this pipe, it tries to go into the inventory attached to it. If it can't, it's just gonna continue on. This sandstone pipe doesn't connect to machinery, which is why I put it here. So basically, wood's gonna come down this pipe. It's going to try to go into the steam oven if there's space. If not, it's going to go up to this chest. This steam oven uses steam produced by the boiler and uses it to cook things. It cooks the wood into charcoal. The boiler here takes water and some sort of fuel to produce steam, some of which is fed into the steam oven, and the steam oven, if placed right next to the boiler, is going to automatically feed the boiler, which is awesome. Then we have, so this is basically a cycle, and the steam oven uses very little steam. And all that steam is being extracted by 6 liquid duct connections and is feeding 16 steam engines, which are producing, I am good enough at math, I should be able to do this. They are producing 128 MJ per tick. That, by the way, is a huge amount of power. theoretically I could add 2 more engines, but I want to have some left over for the steam oven, so it's a safety margin. Also 16 is a nice, neat and round number. I have energy conduits running below the boiler here, through this, also feeding these 2 guys, and running into these 4 redstone energy cells. I have a small door here, so we can see what's going on. This is another basement. It's a basement behind the basement. Basementception. Excuse me. And I have some energy conduits extracting energy from these energy cells. One of them goes into an energy tesseract that's not linked to anything currently, but if I want power anywhere I can just make another tesseract and link it to that frequency. Awesome. This line here goes up into my machine room to power all my machines. This here is a tower of 5 igneous magma crucibles. These are magma crucibles that melt down cobblestone produced by this one igneous extruder. The hopper tower here is relaying the cobblestone to the magma crucible and making sure that they are all kept full, with no overload as pipes would create. This lava is stored in a tank and fed into these 5 geothermal generators from Industrial Craft, and that's one of the main new things that I've added. I've started to go into Industrial Craft, and I've used quite a bit of resources to get the process somewhat kick-started, just start a bit further along the road than I would normally start. So these are all connected to this MFE, that's the mid-tier energy storage, which is currently full. It stores 600,000 EU energy units, which is the type of energy that Industrial Craft uses. So this setup here is basically a conversion system between MJ, which is Buildcraft energy, and EU, which is Industrial Craft energy. I remember a bit later, when I had already nearly finished this, that I could have gone another method entirely, but well, who cares? This method's more complicated, and that's the whole point of this, right? Right? Okay. So I have a handful of Industrial Craft machines here. If we go back down here, you'll notice that this cable here, this is a glass fiber cable, it loses next to no energy, and over this distance actually none at all, feeds these 2 blocks here. This is a charging bench, which has, well, what a complicated interface. Actually, it's not that complicated. What you can do is you can toss items in here, and they're gonna get charged, because Industrial Craft has chargeable items like power tools and fancy armor and such. And this is a transformator, because this thing outputs medium voltage, but most basic machines can't work with medium voltage. Therefore, you need a transformer, which I have one of right here. It has no interface, as you'll notice. There's a cable. Well, wait. Let's not break stuff. Okay. So by the way, you need a wrench to pick these up. If you use a pickaxe, most of the time you're not going to get the actual machine back. So you can see it's feeding into a cable here with an extractor and a compressor. These are the only 2 machines that I don't already have equivalents for. Okay. So that's the Industrial Craft machinery that I've added. I've also made a sawmill, which you can use to process wood more efficiently. Well, that used to be the case. So we used to toss wood in there and get 6 planks instead of 4. However, well, there was a problem with this little guy, because this guy lets you transmute 4 planks into a log, so you can basically multiply your wood infinitely. So it was changed down back to 4. But it still produces a byproduct, sawdust, which you can compress and then cook into charcoal. However, I'm mostly using it for rubber wood because, well, Industrial Craft needs lots of rubber, and apparently I can't type. Okay, so how do you make rubber? You can just cook sticky resin, but that's stupidly inefficient, and you should never ever do it if you can avoid it. You can also toss said sticky resin into an extractor. You'll get 3 pieces. You can also toss rubber wood in an extractor. However, you can also toss the rubber, and if you do that, your recording program interrupts you while you're not looking. I was explaining what this sawmill is good for. So basically, if you want rubber, you can toss a piece of rubber wood from either of the two types of rubber trees into an extractor, and you get one rubber. Or you can toss a piece of sticky resin in there, which you can get from these guys here. If they are placed in the well, they have a chance of generating it on their bark. But if you just have the logs, you can also just toss them in here. You'll get 33% chance of a sticky resin. If you toss that in there, it averages out to the same, but you also get the planks, the wood. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And yeah. So let's see, is that all I did? I don't really want to miss anything. Well, I kinda added some more things up here. I transformed my tool station, funny that it still says tool station here, into a tool forge, which has one more slot and which lets you make more advanced tools, which I did. And I'm gonna show them to you, all of them. So we have a lumber axe, a hammer, and an excavator. Okay, come out here, and let me show you the excavator. Dig, 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 and it digs a 3x3 all at once. It only works on materials that a shovel normally works on. I have no cobblestone to demonstrate the hammer. Let us change that. Nope. And here we go. And it's also gonna dig out a 3x3. Awesome. These are pretty useful when mining, and I made them when I was making this basement down here because, or pretty much at that time, because otherwise it would have been a massive pain to dig all that out block by block. I also have lots of cobblestone. The mod extra utilities lets you compress it. Basically, you craft a 3x3 of cobblestone in a grid and you get this, and then you can compress this further. You can actually compress that even further. If I look at this, you can get up to octuple compressed cobblestone, which is 43 million pieces of cobblestone, which is more than we'll ever need. Okay, let's have a quick look at my grinder. Okay, so mobs spawn, fall on the conveyor belts. The conveyor belts bring them over here, and they get killed by an iron spike here. And it's currently not working. I've also made a bow and arrows from Tinker's Construct. Bows are made using up here. Using 2 rods and a piece of string, or bowstring. You need a pattern for that. I just took the regular string one, and then I just added like buttloads of redstone modifiers to make it super fast. And it is pretty fast. These guys here are arrows. They have a manure head. They have a blaze modifier, so it's basically flame. And they have tons of quartz modifiers. So they are doing stupid amounts of damage, and they're actually viable as a melee weapon. And the most OP thing about these, they don't take any durability damage at all. I can do this, and I'm one-hitting things, and I'm not taking any durability damage. In fact, let's continue doing this, just to get rid of all these mobs, because conveyor belts are fun, so sometimes mobs get stuck. Okay, here we go. And this, wow, this chest is actually full. Oh, crap. Well, I'll clear that out later. I have no idea how these two came in here, by the way. Let's just toss them in. And this goes in here. Okay. I also made a division sigil. I found an inactive one, and activate it. The ritual's a secret, so I'm not gonna do any spoilers. Basically, you can use it for various things. For example, you can make unstable ingots. That's actually its main use. Basically, what you do is you take a diamond, iron ingot, and you just do this, and the flying mushroom nut's gone, and you get this. And if I take it out of there, it's gonna explode in 10 seconds, so I'm not gonna do that. And basically I made one of these, and I got myself the most awesome tool ever, the Builder's Wand. Let's see, what does it do? Let us get some blocks. Okay, you see this wall here? Okay, let's do this. Boom! That's cool, right? Oh, damn it. Well, that's what the lumber axe does. Actually, normally it's just gonna try to chop down the entire tree, but there was no tree there, so it just chopped down a 3x3x3 of blocks. So let's fix this, because of course, well, we don't want our walls to be broken, right? And let's put the torch back. Okay. So I've been rambling for like 15 minutes about my base. How about we actually get something done? Today I'm going to try and set up Applied Energistics. I think I have the resources for it, so let's jump right into it. I'll get myself ready and I'll be right back. It looks like I'm not actually ready to start it because I forgot some more things that I did. I built a fully automated cooked chicken farm. I have some chickens up here producing eggs. Those are being picked up by hoppers and make their way into this dispenser. This dispenser, when there are any items in it, will start dropping them. I demonstrated this with the red. And it will stop as soon as it no longer has any items. So if you do this with eggs, obviously they're gonna just get, well, shot. Okay. This is gonna make chickens appear in here. The small chickens, the young chickens, they're too... and every so often a lava blade appears here. The small chickens are too small to get burnt, but the adult ones will get burnt, they will die to the fire, and they'll drop some cooked chicken. Awesome. I still have my cows and my one pig here. This is just a mycelium farm because, well, because I want to. Basically I just have a handful of mycelium blocks here and I put down dirt and I wait, and that's all I do. This is an oreberry farm. These bushes are also from Natura and they allow you to get oreberries, which are berries that, well, can be smelted into metal nuggets. Awesome. And this is a massive wheat farm that I'm almost never harvesting, but it still exists. Whatever. Okay. Awesome. Now, how about we get to building this damn thing now? I'll be right back with the stuff I need. Okay, I've grabbed loads of raw materials. Now let's get crafting. Okay, I want to set up an Applied Energistics network. The center of that's going to be the ME controller. For that we need some flux crystals, 4 of them. So I'm ready to make that. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I need an advanced processor. This is made by smelting an advanced processor assembly and quartz cutting knife. And boop. Let's actually get the rest of my nether quartz. There we go. Now I'm gonna need to get some silicon, which... wait, let me think a second. Okay, nether quartz dust works for that too. Awesome. So we're gonna need some nether quartz dust. For which we shall take the cobblestone out of here, and soon we'll have some nether quartz dust. Here we go, it's already started. Now this needs to be cooked. And now we wait. And now we wait. And we don't toss the sand back in there because we have way too much of that for anything to, well, okay. Now let's wait for the first bit of silicon to arrive here. Come on, get in here. Should get in here soon. Awesome. Now let's craft a processor. Apparently it doesn't like damage values too much. Diamond. There we go. Advanced processor assembly. There we go. And we shall smelt that as well. Not pulverize. And actually let's do this. And wait for a while, and here we go. Advanced processor. Awesome. Now we should be able to craft the thing. Yes, ME controller. Crafted. Now an AE system stores stuff, items. It needs some place to store this. So we're gonna use ME storage thingies in an ME drive. Let's get a drive. That takes 2 basic processors and a chest and some glass. Chests. I have chests. I have glass. And let's get 2 basic processors. Those take gold and silicon, which I forgot to grab. Let's toss this in here. Right. Trust me, this is much less of a pain once you've actually got an AE system. Basic processor assembly. There we go. And we need another one. And here we go. Number 1. Come on, come on, come on. Number 2 is well on its way, and here we go. Now we shall make a disk drive, make a drive. Now we'll need some. Now we also want to access our stuff, so we'll need a terminal. We'll make a wireless access to. No, that's all right. I think. Wireless access point. Well, okay, that's doable. But I'll craft most of this off camera. Okay. Now we need a simple terminal. ME access terminal. We need a conversion matrix. That's a very central crafting item, by the way. And we need some fluix dust. Okay, now that I've shown you all these recipes, I'm gonna just go ahead and craft the stuff because honestly, who wants to watch me craft all day? I'll be right back once I've crafted most of this stuff. There we go, I just crafted 2 16K storage cells. Now I actually need a single one of these two. Because I'm gonna make a crafting terminal. So that is a stupidly useful thing. Okay, that takes a crafting table. I might have one lying around, and I do. Awesome. Yep. There we go. This can be used as a regular terminal, but you can also use it to just craft directly from your network. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Okay. Now that we have all the basic stuff that we need, let's set it up. We shall set it up in the basement. A basement of Dome. Actually, maybe not. Actually, let me get some cable and then I'll be back. Okay, now that I have some cable, let's start putting things down. We'll need a disk drive right here and a crafting terminal right here, and we'll pop our disks in here, and that is the controller. Crafting terminal right here, and I can hopefully remember where I placed those. Right. No, well damn. Here. There we go. And let's connect things and take ME controller, put it right here. And now we have an ME system. Awesome. It is not very big, but it can already store lots of stuff. Here we go. I have a crafting terminal and I can even search my system. That is awesome. Alrighty. Now that we have an ME system, an Applied Energistics system, there's one more thing that I'd like to have in this system, and that is a, oh, it tells me how full it is here, nice. One more thing that I'd like to have is auto crafting. But that takes really long to craft and to make all the things, so I'm going to show you the recipes quickly, but I'm going to do it off camera. And come to think of it, I also forgot to talk about my armor. Okay, yes. Okay, so let's pop into Creative World so that I can show you this thing. Be right back. No, wait. My armor first. I've switched from from stupidly highly enchanted bronze armor to equally enchanted nano armor. I've even renamed it the same. Nano armor is from Industrial Craft. If you have a full set, it reduces all damage taken by 90%. And I have protection 4 on everything, so I'm basically unkillable. It's made from energy crystals, which are right here, and carbon plates, which are made like so, from a raw carbon mesh, which is made from carbon fiber, which is made from coal dust, which is made from pulverizing or macerating coal. And it takes 168 coal to make a full suit. So I've made one. And now I'm pretty much unkillable. Except by bees, but whatever. Okay, now let's hop into a creative world. I'll show you the molecular assembly chamber, and then I'll be back. Oh, well, no. Okay, see you in my creative world. Okay, I'm back in my creative world, and let's see how this auto crafting works. So you need to build a multi-block. The smallest one you can build is this. You need assembler containment walls, which are made like so, and you do not need them like this. You need them on the edges. You need heat vents made like so. That's how you make the cable, by the way. As the sides, this as the wireframe. Oops. And let's switch it to day. And either crafting CPUs or pattern providers, you need at least one crafting CPU, I think. No, you need at least one pattern provider. And, well, yeah, heat vents. And then the multi-block farms. Let's look at this. You can store patterns in here, which are basically crafting recipes encoded in a form that the system can use. So, for example, you could have a pattern that says take 2 sticks and craft them together, that says take 2 planks, one above the other, craft them together, and you're gonna get 4 sticks. So you can have a pattern telling you that. You toss that in here, and then your system will be able to auto-craft that. So each pattern provider can store 54 patterns. That's 1 double chest's worth of patterns, and that's actually not too much. And adding more pattern providers basically makes you have more patterns in there. And then you can also have crafting CPUs, which make your thing faster. Okay, let's see. Let's make a slightly bigger one, like that maybe. I think these can be pretty large. I'm not entirely sure how large they can be, but they can be pretty big. So let's make a pretty big one. And see if it's gonna form. Obviously this is stupidly big and stupidly expensive, so you'd never make one this size in a survival world. Okay, Builders 1 to the rescue. The creative version basically doesn't consume any resources, as far as I know. Well, what? That's better. Builders 1, so awesome. There we go. Let's get up here. Yeah, like that. And I'm just gonna show you how big this thing can get. I don't know if this is gonna load. And this is basically one of the main reasons why I wanted an AE system, because crafting stuff is starting to get on my nerves. Oh, damn it. Okay, let me just let me fly, okay? Well, I don't know why I'm being here and crafting and making a stupidly large crafting multi-block, but whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did enjoy making it. So I will see you in my next video, and until then, take it easy. Bye bye.